Hello everyone, and I welcome you all to Design Around World channel, where you will be updated about latest UI UX trends, updates and all other smallest features from plugins to extensions and whatnot. So you must have seen my last tutorial where you have learned about animated menu using Smart Animate feature. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend to go and check it out right now. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It will motivate me and enable me to come up with the more interesting and amazing stuff for you all. So let's see what we are going through today. Today we are going through this amazing animated login page, as you can see on the screen, where we will tap on the sign in and create account page, and the entire block of creating account and signing will shift on the either side. And in this design, along with Smart Animate feature, we will go through the hovering feature, as you can see on this screen. While I'm taking my cursor on these icons, they are just appearing bigger and in their actual form. So let's start right after the music. So let's start with a blank canvas, and today we are going to work on the desktop screen. So from the frame menu, I will take the frame or will press F, and then on this available menu I will take the desktop. Oops, that's bigger. I will just drag it and let's start it. So for the starter we need a background, as you can see in the back. For this I'm going to use a plugin. What are the plugins, how to use them, we will come that to later. I will make a tutorial on the plugins too, and how you can access them, and which all are amazing ones available there. So out of this I'm gonna use the abstracts. Okay, there are all we have, and since my screen is in the landscape mode, so I will filter out the landscape ones. And as you can see, we found the exactly same one, and yeah, I tapped on it and it is automatically on the entire screen. There we got. So now we have the background, and now we'll start working on it. Yeah, as you can see, there is a little blur in the background, so we can work on that too. I'll just keep them aside for now. Okay, so I will take, this is my frame desktop one. You, just for a reference, I am telling you that we can rename them also by double tapping here or by double tapping here, either way. So I'm gonna rename it what, login page. Yeah, there we go. And as you can see, the name have been synced. So now to give it a little blurry look, I will take a rectangle from the figures and I will just drop it here entirely, and then to give it a little blurry look, I will just reduce its opacity to 50, or let's say 60, and then I will go to the effects and I will call it background blur. So as I will increase more, so as you can see, as I'm increasing this more, the screen is getting more and more blur, and the background is not very bright as it was before. So let's see what is the no, this is too much. Actually we can reduce this also, and then we can work out on this. Yeah, so this is perfect. This seems to me perfect for background. Now we'll start with a rectangle and the figures we have. So I'll take a rectangle again and I will expand it right till here, and I will just orientate or align it in the center of the frame. As you can see, we have the center. So I will just give it a border radius as it looks more smooth. So 10 would be fine. No, we have to give it a little bit more. Okay, okay. So I have given the 20 border radius to all the borders, and now we'll change the color accordingly. I guess this would be fine. Yeah. Oh, as you can see, there is a blur in this rectangle also. So we will just set the color first. This would be fine. Now to give it a blurry look, I'll just go to, okay, I have to take linear for this one, not linear. Okay, I'll keep it solid only and decrease its opacity to, let's say 50, no, 90. 90 would be cool. About 70, yeah, 70 would be fine. And then we will add some background blur. 50, no, that's too much. Yeah, 10 would be fine. So now it is in center and we have our first rectangle. So now we will just go through the font and icons preparation. So let's start with this. I will just press the T or just click from here, and let's see. We need so there we go. I will increase the font size to, let's say 50. 50 doesn't seem so good. Okay, I'm just like giving the appropriate line spacing, as you can see. So for font, I'm going to select Worksense and I'll make it a little bold. Yeah, and we can increase the size to 70. Okay, I'll just give a line spacing of 10 or 15, we can say. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Okay, yeah, no, it is bit bold. We will just decrease its thickness and a little bit. Yeah, so this is fine, we are ready with it. So now we'll have to create this icon. For this icon, I'm going to select rectangle again and I will just expand it, give it a stroke. Stroke will be fine of 3, let's say, and I will remove its color. And after removing its color, first of all, I will just don't want to give it too much. Yeah, that would be fine. So I'll just copy this hexacode for future reference, and here I will paste this. Yeah, and also I'll give it a corner radius of around 20, 50. Yeah, 50 would be fine. And now I'll just press the Alt key and the left click to copy it, as I won't have to write again and again, and I'll just, so yeah, we got it. I'll decrease its size. And I will align them together in the center. So okay, and there we have our icon, and I will just group them using my right click and group selection. Now they are one element and will be treated as one element, and now I'll align them in the center. So we have our first element ready. Now we'll just take another rectangle and I will expand it till here, or yeah, okay, we have a rectangle. Yeah, So I'll just give it a color of white, as we can see in here. So again we'll just go with it. I'll just again select it and paste over it, and I have to choose the right color. I remember some of the hexa codes for the blue color, so if I want to take this one, I guess this is black only, different shade of black though. I'll just, okay, I have to take it above. Yeah, now it is visible. So yeah, this is fine. Sign in to continue. Always remember guys that color plays really important role in the UX UI world, because there is a thing called color psychology. Means color affects your brain accordingly. Every color have its own meaning, and therefore while designing your UX design you must be careful with the selection of colors, because they really play very important role. And okay, I have to first decrease its size, it's too small. So yeah, so I was on the color and I was saying that always remember to choose the appropriate color, because they do play very important role. And I will just align these two, and I can just make it a little bold. Yeah, and this is fine. And wait a second, and we can like just choose some other color if we want. Yeah, so yeah, color is almost, wow, that was just a luck. So yeah, coming to next, we will just take another rectangle. We will do it a little fast because this is not really time consuming, it's very short one. I'll just align it with this, give it a border radius of 20 or a bit less. Yeah, I will just give it a stroke. Yeah, stroke I will give it off again a little bit light, and I will remove its stroke. We can make off, yeah, okay, we can make it a little more thin. Okay, so now I'm going to like take a text again, and as we can see there we have the email, not so bold, we will keep it light, that's too much light. We'll just give it a regular look, and we will align it again. I'm sure you guys are now very much familiar with the alignment, how it works. Just if you have any problem, just drop in the comment section and I will reach out to you individually for sure. Okay, so again we can just copy the color. I can just copy the color from here. Okay, DDD, that's very much, no, that's actually too dark, too light. We'll just keep it like that. Okay, now coming to, now I will group this one, it will help me with the future. So I will, oh sorry, I'll just select this, press Alt key and just copy it, and password, and we are more or less ready with our, oops, sorry, yeah, that looks more appropriate actually. Yeah, so as you can see it is taking the original shape. And now the next one, I'll just press the Alt key again and copy it. I'll take out from this group. Forgot. I'll just give it a color blue because you see it is something different, eye-catching, and I will decrease its size to 25. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so again here is the login icon. I'll just copy this one and paste on this one. I'll take this on the top, and okay, I will just edit the rectangle in it. I'll just take blue. Oh, not that. I need to take this rectangle. Yeah, I will take this blue. Oh, not stroke. I want actually fill. Remove the stroke and apply the fill. Is it fine? No. We can just like keep our own color. Sometimes it's quite challenging to find the exactly same color. I can just do one more thing. I can just take the screenshot of this page, paste it here, oh no, not there. Yeah, I can just paste it here, and for this one I can just, you must have seen in the last one also, I'll just take my color picker and there we go, we have that smooth. I will delete this one. So I will just make it login, or actually if you are using sign in, we should use sign in actually to keep the consistency. And we have to actually remember I am having my Alt pressed. This is how it is going both ways while dragging from one way. So yeah, always remember to hold the Alt key. So I will just align them center. We can make this a little small. Align them again. Oh, actually I'll just align this one with this one. Now we have our page almost, one page is almost ready. So now we are left with our icons. Okay, so for icons I am going to I'm going to copy this again using Alt, take it to the top and just keep it as short as possible and align with this. We can just shift it a little bit upward, and actually we can shift all of them a little bit up. This will give us more space to play around. Okay, so now for these icons we can just like use our plugin again. I'm going to use this feather icon plugin. You can just note it down. This one is amazing for the icons. So yeah, so we have the three login ways: Google, Facebook and Twitter. Let's see for Facebook first. Facebook, oh there it is. what is there? Delete this one. So we have our Facebook, then Twitter. Oh, it is overlapped on that. And let's see if it is having for Google. Okay, it doesn't have this one, this one for Google. So we will create this on our own. I have just created it beforehand, and I'll just drag it. Creating them is really easy, not a very difficult task. Using the line tool, you can just trace the original icon. I have taken these pictures which we are going to use for hovering effect. I will just drag them, and yeah, here it is. And you can take these pictures from the internet, and then using this line tool, you can just trace it exactly. Since I have done it, so I'm just showing you example. This is a rough sketch. You can just make it fair, and like you can just give them the curves accordingly. As you can see, I'm not going to make it completely because I have made it. I'm just showing you how to do it, and we have almost like made it. So yeah, I'm going to delete this one. I don't need it. Oops. Where is this vector? No, I'm going to delete this vector. Okay, so yeah, we are going to use this, and now we have the three icons. Where are the other two? Okay, I'll take them in this frame with the Google. I will just shift them, and there it goes, the last one. So I'm gonna align it center, and we can actually, they are aligned, and it is aligned too. So we can like last time, we can again tidy them up to give the even spacing, and we can actually increase their size a bit to make them clearly visible. What happened? I'll just shift it a bit, and for this one, as I have created this one, so I have to increase its size. First its frame, then the individual one. Is it bigger? Yeah, it is actually bigger. You can just make it a little smaller. It will just work out perfectly fine. And now we are moving on to resizing these ones. Resizing them will be easy. I will just make sure that they are all equal size. I have to take it out and align it first and put it back in its frame. So again, I will align them. Yeah, to me they seem very much equal, and again I will just tidy them up. So yeah, so here we have ready our first page, and then for the second page it is very much easy. It won't take this much time. I'm just going to take this one. I have copied this, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swap the both. I'm just take this entire, okay, let me lock it first. Let me lock this too. Yeah, so now I'm going to take this entire section and shift it and I will take this, oops, and shift it. Is it in the center? Actually, yeah, it is pretty much in the center only. Yeah, it is in the center. Oh, sorry, I have to keep, remember the spacing should be even. Yeah, it is even. So now it is very much easy. As you can see, it is already in its final phase. So here for this one, we are going to have an account and sign in. Have an account. I'm just going to edit this one. Have an account. I'm going to reduce its size to, let's say, 40. No, 50 would be good. And I'm going to enter it. I'm just going to align a bit to make it appear in center, and we can actually align them also to keep a symmetry. Okay, so they are in the symmetry, and we will just make them in symmetry also. We will just shift both of them in the center. So, and also this thing, bring them in symmetry. Yeah. So have an account, sign in. Should we keep it caps on? Yeah, caps on. I'm going to resize its frame, and then we can actually resize this rectangle also, because we don't need this big. And here, what we have here, create an account, full name, email, password. Create an account, full name, create an account, I'm going to align it again. Okay, all shifted, as you can see. So what we need is full name, email and password. We already have email and password. We will remove this forget password from here, as we don't need this one, and we will just drag them. I'll have to full name, I'll just drag them and copy this one using Alt key. 16. Oh, spacing seems very much odd, so I'll just drag it. I'll choose these three. Yeah, so, and I'll edit this one, full name. So we have both of our pages completely ready. Now the time is for the animations and the prototype version, which will give this and this. Oh yeah, and we have to do this also, we shouldn't forget it. Create an account. Yeah, now it is completely ready. So now for the animation, I'm just tap on prototype. I'll just choose the button. This button will take me here. On click, navigate, and don't forget smart animate. We will just keep it in easy out. This will, if you can just see closely, it is like a little bit bouncy, like it is swiping to the left and then just coming a bit of back. So this will just give this effect. Ease out. Yeah, and we will just keep it 400 ms the speed. Okay, and same we will do this with sign in. Yeah, it is already, settings is the same. So let's check out the prototype. We will do these two. We are left with this one. I am not forgetting it. I'm just going to fit it, and as you can see, it is working perfectly fine. Yep, background is getting problematic. We can just edit the background. It is some kind of glitch in the Figma. As you can see, this is working perfectly fine. Yep. So now the last step is giving these hovering effect. I'll just delete, I'll just tap on this and take it to this one, and I'll just not on click, while hovering, navigate and smart animate. Yep, actually not navigate, we will open it overlay. We have to do this overlay, and as you can see, we have to arrange the position. So I will do this. Where it is? Yeah. So as you can see, we can just arrange it manually. Yeah, so it is in the position. Now we'll do the same with this one. Open overlay, on while hovering, and manual. What happened? Oh, we will remove this and we will do this again. While hovering, open overlay, manual, and we can just actually, yeah. So ready. And the last one, while hovering, open overlay and manual. We have so many options over here. It will like it, they are the default positions. We are just going to choose manual because we have to arrange our icons as per our convenience. So I'll just take it above this, and we are ready now. Now actually we can group them also. This will be easier. Okay, so for the easy process, I can just copy those, and I'm just gonna delete this. I'll just copy this group. First I'll move out of this. I'll copy this group and paste it here. As you can see, yeah, so they are in their position, and we can actually align them. So as I have copied them, their features were also copied. If you see all the three are working. So now let's test them. See, now we don't need that anymore. Yeah, they are working. And again these one, pretty smooth, huh? So there we have our animated login page ready, and I would definitely recommend you to go and do your practice, because if you will just keep watching video and won't practice, then you won't learn it. Always remember, practice makes everyone perfect. So practice is always important. You will learn by doing. So after this video, I will expect from every one of you to go and do the work. So this is the today's tutorial. I hope you liked it, and just go in the comment section and let me know how you felt about this design. And if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please do so, because that will really motivate me and enable me to come up with new designs like this. And over the time in the future, we will discuss many things in the UX UI design world. So this is for the today. Hola, ciao, bye bye, and thank you for watching the video.